I would say, because we're talking about a circular economy now.
Yes.
Where everything is useful and everything is used as well.
Yes.
Even the waste is usable.
Yes.
And currently where we are is a place known as Trash for Cash Africa Limited.
Yes.
And they've really got this great initiative.
Deep in the heart of Africa are stories left untold, successes drowned by the world's cold, winners not seen by the naked eye, that have flown the flag of brilliance way up high. We're here to share these stories, changing one life at a time. Journey with us as we tell the untold stories of Africa.
Welcome to episode 12 of the Untold Stories of Africa. Still in the spirit of celebrating women, this March we continue to bring you stories that will just blow your mind. My name is Zilla and I'm so excited today. I will be talking to Jane Nakasamu, who is the founder of Greenbelt Energy, a company whose main focus is biogas. Now, that's not something that you talk about every day. That's not a conversation that you have every single day. So I dragged her all the way here and I need to sit her down and speak to her about this incredible innovation that she has. And I'm super excited to share this with you. So keep with us as you learn more and more exciting things. And today, it's biogas. We'll be right back. So I am here with the beautiful, and she's so nervous. You should have seen her. She's so jittery. She's like, oh my gosh, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Everything is fine. Thank you so much for having us, Jane. And I'm excited because when I was reading through, the write-up about what you do, and I was like, oh, okay. This is super cool, and I'm big on discovering, like, learning stuff I don't know. You know what I mean? Like learning more about stuff that I don't know. So thank you for giving us your time, and welcome to the Untold Stories of Africa. And so first things first, okay? Tell me about how you got here. Because first of all, this isn't anything you hear people casually chatting about. They're sitting somewhere having a drink and like, biogas, and it's not something people chat about. And so how did you find yourself here in this chair talking to me about this?
Okay. So it's a really long story, but I'll do my best.
Please.
I'll do my best to cut it really short. So basically, it all started in university.
Yeah.
I studied at Cyprus International University.
Okay.
And there I was studying international relations.
Okay.
And I was part of a club known as the Next Generation of Youth Club. And we would be with friends interacting about different issues. And we were so business oriented as well. And we came up with a business idea to help companies.
Okay.
In Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. And the first idea was to do with finance, and we entered into the house price competition under Clinton initiative. We came out third. And, the journey was that we had to improve our idea.
Yeah, the business model itself. Yeah.
To something that really fits our society.
Yes.
So in our research about businesses in Zambia, we found out that actually finance is a limiting factor for most businesses. But the main issue they face is access to energy. Access to electricity, because of issues of load shedding and things like that.
Yeah.
And most of these companies really operate with, electricity. These barbershops, these restaurants, they need electricity.
Yeah, all of it, yeah.
So we looked at the energy sector and tried to see alternatives, right, to what was there. And that's how we found out about bioenergy.
Okay.
And we dug a little deeper, not being experts in that field. We consulted with a few friends who are studying engineering.
Yes.
And then that's how we found out about biogas and bioenergy. And I discovered that in our country, in Zambia, it's not really developed. Because when we think about energy, we just think about, electricity and ZESCO and things like that. But there's actually more to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so with a lot of research and a lot of experts and a lot of consulting, we found ourselves in the space of bioenergy, to be specific, biogas.
Biogas. Yeah. And what do you call the entire business line? What is it called?
It's called renewable energy.
Renewable energy. So now, with biogas, you're looking at this so many different. Oh man, we could be talking for forever. But there is a certain aspect of it that essentially comes right back down to recycling.
Yes.
And that's something that I think we as Zambians need to get ourselves more acquainted with. I don't think it's something that I see a lot of homes doing. I mean, I come from a home where my mom has a separate bin for foodstuffs and a separate bin for, other material, because with the food, she's gonna, make that into compost for the garden, and so I have a bit of an idea what recycling would actually mean for us. But how are we doing in terms of understanding that we could have a sub-product of the stuff we call trash? How are we doing as a country? What do you think needs to be done in actually getting us to a point where the bio aspect of this discussion is not starving because we are feeding into it? I don't know if you understand what I mean.
I do
understand.
please.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, because we're talking about a circular economy now.
Yes.
Where everything is useful and everything is used as well.
Yes.
Even the waste is usable.
Yes.
And currently where we are is a place known as Trash for Cash Africa Limited.
Yes.
And they've really got this great initiative. They've actually set up the facilities that we hope to in future set up as a company. And it all starts with really education.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, because your mom recycles, you know what recycling is.
Yeah.
I'm actually from Kitwe, and I remember the one time that we actually did an initiative with the community, with the youths that we are engaged with, and we went out on World Cleanup Day, and we were cleaning, and we were getting the waste, and everybody's like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you sweeping? What's when we don't have that mentality of really utilizing the waste, but it is coming up. Slowly but surely it is coming up. And the main reason why it's coming up is because there have been more educational platforms about this, with radio, with TV, and with climate change as well. Now we know that, there's an impact on, throwing waste. We have cholera and all these issues. So we just need to focus more on sensitization, on education. People need to understand what it is that we're dealing with, and also they need to handle it with care, because it's waste, so it needs to be handled with safe equipment and everything like that.
There's a lot of repercussions to not being able to manage it.
Exactly. But it starts with education from even at the lowest levels, in schools, in homes, and things like that, and then it builds up. The whole economy becomes circular, and that's what we're hoping for.
Awesome. So when we're having this chat, it's very easy, because for me, you say, biogas, and I have an idea what biogas is and what the ultimate goal is when you speak about biogas. Somebody might be watching that has absolutely no idea. So run us through in very simple terms what biogas is, and most importantly, what could we possibly be using biogas for?
Okay. So in layman's terms, because I'm also a layman, I'm not really an engineer or anything like that. My understanding of biogas is this gas that we get from waste, which is organic.
Yes.
So we have food waste, we have agricultural waste, we have municipal waste, and these are the wastes that we collect. Sometimes we don't collect, and they produce methane, which is actually, the gas that is then used as biogas.
Yes.
So it can be used for heating, it can be used for generation of electricity, it can be used for running equipment, it can also be used when processed at certain different levels, also for running engines and cars. There's countries in the, in the West that actually operate airplanes on gas. Pretty amazing, right? And there's so much potential for our country as well using it. And then the uses are so many, because when we're talking about a circular economy, everything becomes useful. So even in the process itself, there's manure and fertilizer, that is organic fertilizer, that is also generated, that can be used now to grow our crops, and so many other uses as well.
Awesome. So I read somewhere, because I was stalking you a little bit, trying to get to know you a little bit better. I read somewhere that you actually attached to, I believe it was a competition or a contest of some kind, ended up in Finland and did some work with regards to all of this. So tell me a little bit about that journey.
Okay. All right. So that was the Boost Up set up competition that was being run by the Southern African Innovation Support Program.
Okay.
And we as a company decided to let's go for it. Let's see what innovation we can bring up and how far we can go. And thankfully, thanks to God, we were successful, and we got sponsors to we got sponsored to Finland.
Okay.
There we went through an intense boot camp, very intense.
Yeah.
And it was amazing there because now you see that what you've been thinking about in reality is really
it's
possible.
real, yeah.
And you're not just visualizing, you're seeing airplanes using renewable energy, you're seeing cars using renewable energy. Everywhere you go there's recycling, everything is green and everything like that. So that journey was a really good journey for me.
How long were you there for?
I was there for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Together with the National Technology Business Center with their, support and also we create as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were like together.
And what was the first thing you tasked yourselves to doing or achieving when you got back?
When we got back, actually, it's really interesting because I was having an interview with Daily Mail.
Yeah.
And what I said was that, okay, we have this knowledge, but now I really would like to be connected to experts.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an expert. And in my team, we don't really have experts in that. And that was what we really wanted. And God heard my prayer because now we're here.
Yes.
And I'm with the amazing team with of Trash for Cash.
Yes.
And they have biochemical engineers and all these experts with 25 years of experience in this. And then I just trouble them with all the questions I can. And, I show them my ideas and they offer good support and advice on everything that I'm doing. And that's what we tasked ourselves to say. Firstly, we need to learn about, because now this is not the West, this is not Finland, this is Zambia.
Yes.
How do we then do this in Zambia?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then now from there, we know where to build from, and which is what we're doing now. Now we're building, understanding the base.
Yes.
We can really build properly and grow with this, type of environment that we're working in. Yeah.
Okay, so I keep hearing you saying our company with our company. What is the company?
Okay, so the company is called Greenbelt Energy.
Yes.
And we are based in Kitwe,
Yes.
the Copper Belt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Greenbelt Energy has got so many, so many incredible things about it. When I was reading, I was like, oh, yes. But one of the biggest things that I noted was also empowerment of women and youth. And I know that right now you're down in Kitwe, but what has that meant for you in terms of, the whole scope of who you are as a company and what you're doing? What has that, obviously for you to highlight the fact that there is empowerment of women and youth, there was something that you saw and said, I can offer a solution. And this is it. So tell me about how you as Greenbelt Energy got to a point where your focus was, to do that for the community. It's March, so we're loving women and we're celebrating women. And it's great that you're sitting in this chair, and even better that you have an organization that is focused on, lifting the women in the community and the youths and all of that. So tell me a little bit about how the journey has been, especially yourself, because you're here at Trash for Cash. And so far there's a lot of gentlemen in and they will give us so much information and they'll share all of this stuff. But here you are, as a female entrepreneur, as a business mind, as somebody that has all these ideas. You are here also contributing and being a part of all of it. So tell me about that whole journey and how that encompasses your vision and your goal as Greenbelt Energy.
Okay, so Greenbelt Energy is a youth-founded organization.
Yes.
Like I mentioned, we started whilst we were in university. We were young.
Yes.
We're still young. I hope we're energetic and everything. So it's got a heart for empowering youths, but even more a heart for empowering women.
Yeah.
Because it's not rocket science. Women are underrepresented. Women don't get opportunities. I mean, all the statistics are there. I don't need to go, far to find the statistics on that. We can check with all these organizations and all these reports. It's definite, even in the financial sector, when it comes to getting loans, when it comes to getting grants. So women are really, still not quite there yet.
Yeah, but they're making progress.
Yeah. So we want to make progress by putting women first as well, because we believe that there's a lot of potential working with women. Because firstly, when you talk about communities, they're the ones who are cooking. They're the ones who are sitting at home. They're the ones who are speaking. So if you want to get the word out, tell it to the women, They'll get the word out. If you want to get people moving, tell it to the youths. They'll get moving. So there's a lot of potential with working with the youths, with working with women, which is what we're doing. That's our approach. And we ourselves, I'm a woman. There's a lot of women we're working with in our team. There's a lot of youths that we're working with. So, yeah, that's how we're doing it.
Awesome. So tell me about some of the work that you guys have gotten up to so far, especially the fact that you're located in the Copper Belt. Tell me about some of the work that you guys have gotten up to in your community and even just as a company, some of the achievements that you have jotted down somewhere so far.
Okay, so the achievements, not been an easy journey, but
Personal.
we've been able to get 2 awards.
Yes.
That is the Southern African Innovation Support Boost Up Awards,
Yes.
as well as the Sun Bio,
Okay.
NEPAD Sun Bio Awards. Those are the 2 awards that we've gotten. We have an innovation that we were developing with the National Technology Business Center.
Okay.
That is a smart cooker, which we intend to equip with sensor technology just to
Awesome.
give that IoT approach
Yes.
to things.
Nice.
And we have been able to set up a pilot digester in Kitwe, where we are currently producing gas, and we hope to build that up to a commercial facility, something that can, do so much more. Of course, working with other partners.
Yeah. Does it look a little like this? Like what we have here? No, it's very
This is the
different.
vision.
Okay,
So
this is the vision.
I wanted everybody to understand that we're not daydreaming.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Yes.
Yes. And
Awesome.
it will be done.
It will be done. So what you
Yeah.
have in the Copper Belt is a lot simpler than this, but you still have a
Very
facility where you are producing gas.
Yeah, where we're doing, testing, where
Yes.
we're trying to build the structure together and everything like that.
Awesome. And in the long run, you do hope to provide that gas on a commercial basis to whoever would like access to it.
Everybody should get access. 'cause
Everybody
it's
should.
Green,
Yes.
It's affordable.
Yes. Yeah.
It's clean.
Yes.
It's saving the environment. Yeah.
Awesome. And now, there's so many ways I could, ask all these questions, but I feel like my mind isn't equipped for understanding all this science and, engineering
It's
that
okay.
goes
I'm
into
not
it.
even
But
that technical, so it's okay. Yeah.
so when you look at a structure like where we are, Trash for Cash, they've got, this huge facility, and this could literally be happening on a larger scale.
Yeah.
And this eventually could get us to a point where we as a country 100% rely on gas,
Exactly.
biogas, right? But I think there needs to be a little bit of a sensitization that comes with it, because there's so many myths that surround the usage of gas, especially in homes. And what exactly is your take on getting me to understand that it's okay to use gas in my home? It's safe to use gas in my home. Is that something that Greenbelt Energy looks to do in the future, is to educate, the moms, the dads, and all the young people in homes about how to go about using gas? Because I think there would be a lot more homes using gas right now, but we are still at that point where we're trying to convince people that it's okay.
Yeah.
So what is Greenbelt Energy doing about the sensitization that it's okay, that gas is safe?
At the moment, presently, we run social media awareness campaigns.
Yeah.
So we talk about these things because, we want to start building from there, letting people know that actually there is renewable energy, there is biogas. What is biogas? Because there's so many different variations of it.
Yeah.
When you ask somebody what is gas, they'll tell you all sorts of things.
Yes.
So I want to make them understand from the basic concepts, and we've been
Yes.
doing this through social media awareness.
Yes.
We've also been doing this through a lot of publicity. Right now, I am doing this.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so this is us trying our best to do this. But then, like I mentioned before, we want to engage the youths and the women, because we feel that if we're able to educate the women, they will teach their children, they will teach their, because they're the ones who mostly do the cooking.
The cooking, yeah.
They'll teach their daughters how to use it, and they'll teach their children how to use it.
Yeah.
And if we can educate the youths, they'll be able to share this with their friends,
Yeah.
with their families,
Yeah.
and from there, we can progress from there. Yeah.
Okay, and I mean, there's a whole process that goes into you getting the final product. You actually having the methane as a finish, There's a whole entire process that has to happen, that has to take place. And one of the biggest ones, the starting point really, is getting this waste in one place, right? So the sensitization not only is from the aspect of, the fact that gas is safe, but also that you can actually bring and use that chimbala from your pot, ichkwangwa, that thrown away vegetables and all of that kind of stuff is stuff that you can use, right? So this is all stuff that needs to be packaged as part of the sensitization process and all that information that needs to be given. And how are we doing in terms of waste management, especially garbage waste? How are we doing with that? Is like, especially where you are in the Copper Belt, is that something that you see is being managed and is being harnessed and handled well?
Actually, in the Copper Belt, I feel like there's a little bit, there's a better, management of waste in the Copper Belt as compared to Lusaka.
Oh, nice.
And I think that has to do with the numbers.
Yeah.
Because Lusaka is heavily populated.
We're a lot over here.
And even there's a lot of townships and, there's a lot of, communities that don't really have access to these services.
Yeah.
But there has been an improvement because now you see that at least there are private players that can actually start collecting waste. And that's what should happen, because then we're giving people, opportunities to also make income by collecting. Of course, they have to be registered, they have to be trained and everything like that. So we're in the right trajectory. There just needs to be more involvement, because if a lot of people were to engage in this and make money from it, and we were to empower our people in these simple things in the circular economy, then everybody wins, everybody has waste.
Ideally that's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal. I'm excited for what you're doing. I'm so happy that you've taken the stand and decided this is a direction that you want to take. And so in case somebody would like to ask more questions, they want to find out more about you, what are your social media platforms, websites, if any, and any contact numbers that you'd like to share? Because I know after this I'll probably be messaging you like, girl, so let's real quick run me through, and so what is that?
Well, they can catch us on Facebook. We're really active on Facebook. We reply really quickly. That's Greenbelt Energy. They can also catch us on our website, on Twitter, Jane Nakasamu on Twitter,
yes.
on Instagram, you know. Yeah.
Awesome. So Instagram, Twitter, Greenbelt Energy on Facebook, LinkedIn as well, and even on the website. It's pretty straightforward. Is it .com? Yes. So greenbeltenergy.com. Nice and easy. It's been fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Thank you for traveling all the way and being here. It's really nice, and I'm gonna keep bombarding you with a whole bunch of questions off camera. They don't need to know about how very little I know about all of this. That was Jane Nakasamu that I was speaking to, and as we continue to celebrate women, she's just one of the many whose faces you are going to see and whose work you're going to hear about. I'm super honored to continue speaking to these incredible people, incredible women that continue to blow my mind, and every time I sit in a chair I'm like, oh, am I even worthy? What am I doing here? But it's amazing, and I'm so happy to keep sharing more and more of these stories with you. My name is Lambangalala. Catch us on the next episode of the Untold Stories of Africa. Be kind to one another.